So I just wanted to share in a video with you pretty quickly something that I get asked a lot. As many of you know, my hubby and I have been married 17 years and we have a really strong, happy relationship. And I get asked quite often what we do to stay solid in our marriage. And as most of you also know, we have a special needs child. And a lot of studies have shown that money and special needs children, or a death of a child, are the top reasons couples get divorced or break up. And so we have a child with autism, and I will be brutally honest and say it's hard. You know, it takes a lot of extra effort, time, thoughtfulness to keep a solid relationship when there is stress, like we have in our relationship. So I want to share with you, because I get asked quite often, like, how do you stay so solid in your relationship? And I want to share with you what Wade and I have learned and done over the past years to stay strong. And, you know, it's interesting because, well, first off, I want to say that if you are a single person and you are not married or in a relationship romantically, that what I'm about to share with you, you can still apply to your life in other relationships. I strongly believe every relationship can benefit from this. So if you're a daughter, if you have a sibling, if you have a friend of any sort, you can benefit from what I'm going to share with you right now. So Wade and I decided to read this book, and maybe you've heard of it. The author is Gary Chapman, and the book is called 5 Love Languages. We read this book, and it literally changed our perspective on how we treat each other and how we show and receive love. So let me just share with you really quick the basis of the book. It says that there are 5 languages of love that you give and receive. You receive love from another person and you give love to another person. And there are 5 ways you do that. And these are the 5 ways: quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, and acts of service. So those are the 5 languages. And there's a little quiz in this book that you can fill out what your specific love language is. So in the situation with Wade and I, it was really interesting because my love language is words of affirmation, which means I love it when he gives me a compliment or tells me he appreciates me. That means so much to me, and I feel really loved and appreciated by him. Wade's love language is acts of service. So if I do something for him, empty the trash, make his lunch, some type of act of service that I see he needs to be done, and I do it for him, he feels loved and appreciated. So what's interesting is when we read this book, it's very clear that whatever your love language is how you want to give love, right? Because if you feel love a certain way, you're automatically going to give love that way. So because I love compliments and words of affirmation, I was constantly telling him what a great husband he is, a great dad. I was just giving him compliment after compliment after compliment, which doesn't really fill his love tank. Like, yeah, it's nice for him, but he doesn't feel loved and appreciated as if I were to do an act of service for him. Since his love language is act of service, he's like doing things for me, which is great, but I want to hear how much he loves me, right? So even with the best intentions, we were miscommunicating. And sometimes it can get frustrated because then you say to your spouse or whoever you're in a relationship with, you can say, I just don't feel loved by you. And the other person is saying, what are you talking about? Like, I pay you compliments all the time And the other person's like, well, I don't care about the compliments. I would rather this. And it causes a big rift because one person is feeling unloved and the other one doesn't know what to do. And if you don't even know about the 5 love languages and you don't know what yours is, I mean, this can be really confusing and cause a big problem. So once Wade and I figured out what each other's love language is, we really try to focus on giving the other person what their love language is. And when it's not natural, like it's not natural for him to pay a compliment, then you have to really think about it. You kind of have to plan it out. You have to make sure that you think about doing that every day. So I just wanted to share this with you and encourage you, if you are in a relationship that is strained, to go get the 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. It's a great book, and I'm telling you, it has really changed our perspective and how we treat each other and how we show our love for each other. So hope that helps. All right, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.